Hello everybody and welcome back to my Survival Let's Play series. When we last left things off, we had built this wonderful house for our mending librarian. Now I've done a little bit of work since our last episode, nothing on the outside because I can't really think of anything to put out here that wouldn't interfere with our guy living inside. Speaking of which, let's go check on him really quick because like I mentioned, I did do a little bit of work inside. So if we head on up, oh, as you can see, I've added a few more bookcases as well as some paintings, a nice little lantern to help give some more light. There are still some torches around, but I'm not quite sure what to do with these. I'm not sure if there's a better way to incorporate some lighting into here that would look good. I thought about a chandelier, but that would just take up too much room. This room's already kind of too short for one. So if you guys can think of anything, leave me a comment down below and I will see if it works. But as you can see, we have added like a little flowering azalea just to give him some plant life and I don't know, just spruce things up just a little bit for him here. And I think he likes it. Also, if you have any ideas for what we can do to liven up and add some character to the front and or not the front, the sides and the backs of this villager house, be sure to tweet me on Twitter. You can find that in the description below, or you can visit my channel and find it there. But be sure to tweet me some of your ideas, and I'd love to look through them and pick my favorites. So that way we can incorporate it into our little villager's house. Now, in the last episode, I mentioned that we might actually transform this village into a lot more of the houses similar to this one that we have here and put different villagers in it. And you know what? I think that's actually what we're going to do today. I have a couple villagers over there, as well as some trapped in a house right back here behind this guy. I got a couple villagers trapped in there. So we got plenty of villagers needed to make a breeder to fill up the different houses. But before we do any of this, I'm going to need some more calcite because I used up pretty much all of it on that last villager house. So yeah, we are going to go down into our mines and see if we can find any more of those amethyst geodes and hopefully get a lot more calcite out of them. So I wasn't having much luck down in the mines trying to find a geode, and then I realized one of the best ways to find a geode, at least in my opinion, is to actually go onto the ocean because a lot of times you can see some of the smooth basalt poking up out of the ocean floor. So we are going to hop into this boat and sail away. Hopefully we can find a geode. Ooh, an ice spikes biome. That's actually pretty cool. I'd like to find a geode now, but I mean, that's still pretty cool. It is now at this moment I realize two very important things. One, I am lost. And two, this one's more important, I'm an idiot. Because finding geodes like this is a lot harder when you don't have a night vision potion, which is what I'm used to having in my other world that I played in before I started creating this YouTube series. But I've come to the realization that I can just mine the calcite out of the mountains over where I gathered the iron and the coal. It's got that big calcite vein in it. I could have just gone there to mine the calcite. But like I said, I am lost. So I am going to begin the long, long trek to finding my way back home. I think it's that way. So we are going to start heading that way, hopefully make it home, and then we are going to head over to the mountains and gather as well, not as much calcite as we can carry, because I think there's more there than what my inventory allows, and I haven't been to the end yet. I don't have shulker boxes. So we are going to gather up, hopefully, enough calcite to create these villager houses, not go looking for geodes this way ever again, and begin construction on our villager houses. And there she is. We made it all the way back home, and look at that beautiful calcite. Goes all the way along that mountain range. Hello. You look friendly. Ow! Should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? You know, when Point 19 comes out, I'm going to be able to take those horns right off your head. So you better watch out, buddy. Is that an Enderman? Yes, it is. Okay, I better watch out for him. But you know what? We're not here to worry about goats and Endermen. We are here to get some calcite. So, let's go mining. And just like that, as you can see, we have all the calcite that, well, at least that we can carry. I hope it's more than enough for what we need, because as you saw in the time lapse, I did dig out this entire thing. There's no calcite left in this mountain, unless I missed a little pocket, but I think I mined it out, so I really hope this is all enough. But with that being said, we need to get all the way back home to begin work on some of these houses, and hopefully, if needed, gather up the rest of the materials. All right, so we made it back home, and as you can see with these two chests in front of me, I have been gathering a few resources, namely deep slate, and my pick is getting a little worn down from it. But we have gathered, I hope, to be enough resources to transform the rest of this village. Now, I did tear down a couple houses earlier in this world. I tore this one down, I think a few days ago, where these chests are. And I tore one down over there when I first got to this world, so we're not going to be building one there for obvious reasons. We got our path there. But I think I'm going to build one here and obviously redo some of the other houses down there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the church, but, I think I can come up with something. At least I hope so. And I think there's a villager trapped in there. I think you can see him right there. So I'm going to do my best to make sure he stays in there and doesn't run away when we tear this thing down. But I think we're about ready to begin transforming this village. So I know we just did a time lapse, but I can't really see any other way to do this besides just cutting to the end or just doing a progress update halfway through. But I think a time lapse is going to be the most enjoyable for you guys, so I hope you enjoy. And just like that, we have a village to put our villagers into with wonderful new houses. Now we'll focus on putting them into their houses in the next episode. For right now, I want to give you a little tour of what I've created. Now, it's not the biggest, best, or village with the most houses, but for what I have planned, it'll work for now. I don't need too many houses to put these guys into. I mentioned when I built this house that we were going to do a house for like each of the villagers that we wanted. So like this guy's mending, this guy can be silk touch, that guy can be unbreaking, things like that. So I don't need every villager right now. I'm just going to focus on a few. But let me give you guys a little bit of a tour of what I've done. We took down the house back there. And if you're wondering what all the blocks right here were, if you saw them during the time lapse, this is where we keep our little villager friend. And I think he's happy. Are you happy, buddy? See, he's happy. But so we've already seen this house. This is the first one we did with our mending librarian. And he's got the best house out of the group so far just because of how important he is. And some of these houses aren't exactly the best. We'll get into that later. But for right now, we're going to start over here and work our way down. This house is not exactly my favorite. I'm definitely going to add a few more details. I ran out of stairs, and yes, I do have spruce logs right here, and I can craft some more up. But I really want to get this episode out to you guys, so I think I'll do that between episodes. But we've got a nice little house here. I think we're going to hang a We are going to hang a lantern from right there. No sea lantern, just a regular old lantern. But I don't have any interiors really for any of these houses. But we'll work on that when we move the villagers in the next episode. Right now, if we just pop down here and run over here, we've got a nice little farm for these guys. They're growing up some potatoes. And I think this actually turned out pretty good. It came out pretty nice. I like the logs going across this way rather than them all being up like they normally are for these type of farms. I also like the darker wood. So I don't know. I really liked it. We got this house here. I tried to give them all a similar style, but also make them all different in their own right. So another house here. Again, no interior, but I think this is my second favorite after that one. Probably just because of some of the details like this. It just gives it a little bit more character. We got this one right here. Remember how I said they weren't all the best? Yeah, this is definitely one of them. I might tear this down and redo it. We'll see how I feel the next time I see it. But for right now, I'm not the most happy with it. So yeah, we're just gonna turn away from that, pretend we don't see it. And then we've got this one. It actually pokes out to the side a little bit. It's got a little bit more character. A little bit of space in here. We might be able to put 2 villagers in here. Yeah, as you can see, it's completely hollow. But overall, all things considered, I'm pretty happy. Not with you, but with the rest of these guys, I am fairly happy with how they turned out. And we will add more houses as we get more villagers that we need. We'll probably throw some up there close to the bridge, more along the pathway here. I filled in a little bit of the area right there next to the church to put this building in. So we might fill in some of this area right here to put more houses in. But we'll just have to see, cross that bridge when we come to it. For right now, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And unfortunately, it is that time to end the episode. And I want to address something really quick. I'm sorry with how the schedule has been for the past video and this video, just how they've come out. I like to get each episode out on a Sunday for you guys to enjoy, but unfortunately, my life has gotten really busy right now, and it's going to stay busy for the foreseeable future as far as I can tell. So I'm going to have to adjust to how I do these videos and just what goes into them exactly. I will still do my absolute best to get you guys the best content that you deserve because you guys do deserve it. You guys are amazing. Don't ever forget that. But yeah, so I'm going to have to figure a few things out, and Hopefully that will be resolved quickly and I'll be able to get you guys the content that you deserve. But yeah, it is now time to end today's episode. It's really sad, isn't it? Or maybe you're happy to see me go, huh? But yeah, it is time to end today's episode. So, with all that being said, my name is Metallica. This has been Minecraft. I hope you all had a great day. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing as it helps me out a lot. I hope you all had a great day, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.